Remember the time when LeBron James first entered the league? He was the talk of the town, the it kid that everyone was raving about. He was a freakish athlete like no other in the league, and his skills were unmatched. He was a player the size of Karl Malone with the quickness and skills of an elite point guard. His talent was undeniable, and he quickly rose to stardom. Fast forward to today, and there's a new kid on the block, Victor Wembanyama, the 7'5" Frenchman who's got everyone talking. He's not just your ordinary basketball player. This guy is a franchise-altering prospect that could wreak havoc in the NBA once he steps onto the court. Don't believe me? Some experts are even saying that he could have been picked higher than LeBron James if they were in the same draft. Now, let's get one thing straight. There's absolutely no question about whether Wemby goes first in the draft. It's pretty much a done deal. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another tall guy. Big deal. But trust me, this guy is unlike anyone we've seen before. But what's really interesting is the buzz around this guy. NBA players have been raving about him left, right, and center. But before we dive deeper, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our content. Now, you know it's funny, because this situation reminds me of when Shaquille O'Neal was playing for LSU. Larry Bird, one of the all-time greats of the game, saw Shaq's potential early on and talked him up, saying that the league had never seen anything quite like him before. And that's exactly what's happening with Wemby right now. Some of the biggest names in basketball have already taken notice of his incredible talent and potential. This French phenom is currently standing at 7'5" in shoes with an 8-foot wingspan. He's got insane athleticism for a big man and can move around the court with ease. And it's not just his physical abilities that make him stand out. He's got the handle and shot of a man a foot shorter, and his defensive range is just unfathomable. Plus, he's just a wiry big man, which means he's got the speed and agility to keep up with smaller players. The guy's got finesse too, making him a complete package on the court. Wemby also has handles that are legit guard level, and he's got some serious fluidity in this game. You can tell how comfortable he is with the ball in his hands because he's not afraid to ISO on the perimeter, unlike most bigs who just turn around and back down. Wemby is also versatile, to say the least, with some serious range in his bag. He's a real threat from beyond the arc, but that's not all. On defense, he's got some serious potential. He looks like he could be the centerpiece and anchor of an NBA franchise defense in the future, just like his countryman, Rudy Gobert. Many experts predict that Wembanyama is going to be a dominant force in the NBA for years to come. And honestly, it's not hard to see why. With his combination of size, athleticism, and finesse, he's got the potential to be one of the all-time greats. As the June 22nd NBA draft looms off in the distance, Wembanyama has continued putting on some insane performances, and people are starting to take notice. Even some of the NBA's best are singing his praises. I mean, come on. If Giannis Antetokounmpo himself thinks this French prospect is the real deal, you know he's got to be something special. In fact, Giannis spoke highly of Wembanyama on Serge Ibaka's show, How Hungry Are You?, before the start of the season. That's some serious endorsement right there. Giannis said, "This kid is going to be a big problem. A big problem. I've never seen this before in my life. I saw him up close. He's on the same team as my brother, Costas. He's taller than Rudy Gobert. He can block shots like Rudy, but shoot like KD. Bro, crazy. He has a good attitude. If he stays healthy, he's going to be really good." And no, it's not just Giannis Antetokounmpo singing praises about Wemby. In fact, LeBron James himself also had something to say about the rising star. During a news conference last October, King James spoke highly of Wembanyama's potential and what he could bring to the game in the future. He said, "Everybody's been a unicorn over the last few years, but he's more like an alien. No one has ever seen anyone as tall as he is, but as fluid and as graceful as he is on the floor. His ability to put the ball on the floor, shoot step-back jumpers on the post, step-back threes, catch and shoot threes, block shots. He's for sure generational talent, and hopefully he continues to stay healthy. That's the most important for him personally." At the NBA's 2022 Abu Dhabi Games, the Greek Freak again spoke about Wembanyama's sensational play. In a recent video featuring the NBA's official social media accounts, Wemby got to watch the legendary Giannis Antetokounmpo himself praise him before he reacted. It's cool to see Giannis saying this stuff. He's probably like my favorite player. He's such a humble guy. He talks about the work I need to keep doing. He knows how it is to come from the bottom. It's nice to see him talk about me like this, especially since I've played with his brother. They really do look alike. I really appreciate these guys. They're really generous and humble, so I really like the Antetokounmpos. Rudy Gobert has also weighed in on his fellow countryman. In a recent interview, Gobert said that he believes the sky is the limit for Wembanyama. The Minnesota Timberwolves center and fellow Frenchman told TMZ Sports of Wembanyama,
"I think he'll be very unique. I don't think there's any ceiling on what he can do. I'm very excited to see how he's going to change the game.
You all know that the 2023 NBA draft is just around the corner, and the hype surrounding Wembanyama, the French basketball sensation who's been making waves in the LNB Pro A, has reached new heights. In fact, he's been so good that the NBA has reached a deal to stream all of his games on its app. How crazy is that? Wembanyama currently plays for the Metropolitans 92 and has been an LNB All-Star for 2 consecutive seasons. He's also won the Pro A Best Young Player Award for the last 2 seasons, which is no small feat. While there is still an air of mystery about Wembanyama because he did not play college basketball last year, Wembanyama came to the United States for a short period and made a huge impact. In his very first game against the G League Ignite, he dropped a whopping 37 points. And get this, he was playing against Scoot Henderson, who's expected to be the number 2 pick in the upcoming draft. Magic Johnson himself told Brian Kabrowski for the win, he can affect the game in so many different ways, and whoever gets him, this guy is going to change his franchise forever. The hype is real. He would probably make an impact like LeBron did when he first came into the league. This young man is special. He's a league changer and franchise changer. I don't know if we've seen someone with this type of talent in a long time be that young. Now, who's going to land Wembanyama? The draft lottery is different now. In an effort to stop tanking, the league changed the rules. It used to be that the worst team in the league had a 25% chance of getting the number 1 pick. But now the bottom 3 teams only have a 14% chance. Make no mistake, the tank is officially on, and teams are racing to the bottom to get the highest odds of landing the next big thing. But let's be real here. No matter how much these teams tank, there's almost nothing they can do to increase their chances of getting the top pick. As I have stated, the 3 worst teams in the league all have an equal 14% chance of drafting this kid. You see, it's all about positioning. Even if you're the worst team in the league, you can still pick no lower than 5th. It's got to count for something, right? And if you're the 2nd worst team, you can pick no lower than 6th. 3rd worst? You're looking at no lower than 7th. That obviously means a fair bit if lottery night doesn't go their way. Yet it's a relatively meager price to pay for considering just how ugly their basketball has been over the past month or so. I know there are some serious NBA prospects in this year's draft, like Brandon Miller, Jarris Walker, and Amin Thompson. But I gotta be honest, losing out on guys like Henderson or Wembanyama after tanking so hard all season would be a huge disappointment for these guys. LeBron James was recently asked about the advice he'd give to Victor Wembanyama, and he said, the most important thing, stay true to the game. And that's one thing for me. I always tell myself, I'm going to commit to the game. I'm going to train. I'm going to prepare myself physically, mentally, spiritually to give to the game if you want to be great. Watching Wembanyama play, it's hard not to be impressed by his ability to dominate the game. Now, I'm not one to make bold predictions, but I have to say, there's a chance we could be witnessing the birth of the next LeBron James. Wembanyama has all the raw talent and determination needed to make it to the top, and it wouldn't be a surprise if we see him dominating the NBA in the years to come. So, if you're a fan of basketball, or just a fan of seeing incredible athletes in action, make sure to keep an eye on Wembanyama. This guy is the real deal, and he's only going to get better with time. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to hit that subscribe button for more NBA insights and analysis. Until next time, take care.